Hello, welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back to the podcast. Twin Tuesday. It just came upon me earlier today. I was like, Twin Tuesday.
And a very special Twin Tuesday, Paschaltide, happiness, springtime, my favorite time of year.
So
And
today's podcast is going to be all about spring.
Spring things.
But first we have to do a little bit of catch up. So,
A little bit. Boy, have we done a lot since the last time we saw you.
last time we talked, it was, oh my gosh, so long ago. It was Holy Week. Or
So much
before
has
Holy
happened.
Week.
Before we even did any of our True Mom stuff, are we going to talk about all of that?
Well, we vlogged Easter a little bit, so you can watch that if you want to see more of like in depth our Easter celebrations, our Triduum celebrations. But
Basically, just a gist. Triduum was great. It was just beautiful. Everything that a Triduum should be. We had our Passover meal. We had lamb chops this year, and that's the first time that in this house that lamb chops have ever been made.
We made lamb chops, scalloped potatoes, what else? Salad.
We made salad with figs.
Hot cross buns.
All of this is in the vlog. It's just a very Old Testament inspired meal, and it was very great to enjoy with our family. And then we went to the mass. Holy Saturday.
Yeah. Life hack for making that meal was that first of all, lamb chops are pretty easy and they sound really hard. So everyone that heard we were making them was like,
What
lamb
are you
chops,
doing?
what are
Over
you
your
doing?
head
Yeah.
kind of
But
vibes.
really, you just lather some stuff on
It's
them.
like
put
the
them in
same
oven.
thing as like ribs or
Chicken or anything. It's easier than spatchcock chicken because you don't have to
break its back
and cut everything. And also, we made hot cross buns, and I've always wanted to have hot cross buns.
They were so delicious.
But we didn't actually make them. We just got hot rolls from Pillsbury and then added like spices in and made a little frosting for the cross.
Also, I don't know how this angle is, so I'm getting kind of self-conscious because
Yeah.
we've never filmed right here, and we wanted to have a spring vibe set up for you guys. The octave was great. On Monday, we had a picnic with everyone that was home.
It's our second annual because we did it last year, and then this year we did it again. We made PB&J cookies. Just watch our vlog. It was so vibes.
So vibes.
So perfect.
And then on Tuesday was like a great day. And also a vlog of that. Beach house and Disneyland in one day. Did someone say iconic?
Did someone say iconic? It was
Literally.
actually like back in the day. I remember when I was like little.
That's like the
That my
ideal
dream day would be going to Disneyland and then going to the beach after, and I did that. So
yeah.
I can die happy. And it was a really beautiful beach day.
And we drove there ourselves, which just feels so
Mature
and like accomplished vibes because I'm like so insecure on the
afraid
freeway.
of the freeway, and honestly, I was feeling very at peace on the freeway this time.
It was very interesting. I was just going 80 miles per hour, not really even getting tense, heartbeat.
It feels like, for me, driving on the freeway is like skiing. Like that level of terror. When you're going down a just ginormous hill. When I'm going over 60 miles per hour, that's how I feel.
Probably a lot of you guys are shaking your head like, oh, these are the people that shouldn't be on the freeway, and they're the ones slowing everyone down. But okay, practice makes perfect. Let us live. Okay.
Honestly. But then on Wednesday, we were super tired from that day, and we also just the sun went away, and we were...
Anytime the sun goes away, I get depressed.
And it's a problem.
It's a huge problem. Even this morning, I was just like, and then the sun came out, and I was like, everything's better.
And we have an exam tomorrow, so we've been studying for that. But the weekend was mostly just chilling and studying, and we took our last ice skating class. What else did we do? And we got In-N-Out for the first time since before Lent. Full 50 days.
One of the best In-N-Out burgers I've ever had. That's saying a lot.
Got crumble,
went out to dinner with a lot of our family. Went away to different states this weekend, so it was just us and our sister and our parents. And we went out to dinner with them, got some delicious French dip before going to work.
We also babysat last week, and we watched Jump In with the babies. Such an iconic movie. That should be on my movie list for spring because it's pretty spring vibes. And it's so good. And then when we were working, we were listening to all the Disney Channel original movie songs
at the ice cream shop
at work, and it was so fun. It makes you feel just more fun and young when you're listening to the songs. So
and it makes the 4 hours go by way quicker, and like yeah, I'm not as just like tired and annoyed the entire shift. So love that. Yeah, I guess that catches you up to speed or whatever.
I feel like I'm like avoiding eye contact because it's so bright.
Yeah, it's okay. I still like you guys. It's bright out here.
Yeah, I just can't. I would wear sunglasses, but then you'd be able to see the glare and it would be not.
And also, you might be thinking this is weird because I don't have any knitting in my hand for like the first time for the last 5 episodes, and that's because I finished my Easter dress.
Yep, we finished our Easter dresses. So you guys were really there for us along the whole journey, and they came out exactly how I wanted them to. And someone asked us to talk about them more, so maybe we'll make like a video about them or just about knitting in general.
We probably should have included it in this episode, but this is just supposed to be a study break, and also we have a lot of spring things to talk about. So, but and Bella did a lot of the writing the pattern, and so it's kind of like would be an in-depth topic if you really want to know about it. But basically, we made it ourselves. 3 strands of silk, kids silk drops.
I really feel like we're just gonna make like a whole knitting episode.
Yeah.
Coming up. So if you're here because you subscribed, because you want to see more of our hobbies and more of our knitting, stay tuned because it's coming soon. We're gonna make a whole episode, like a knitting podcast, where we talk more about our hobbies.
But I just loved how my dress turned out. I love the puff sleeves. I love how it feels. It's so comfortable. The perfect temperature. And I felt so pretty and like
just like a princess.
Yeah, like a princess
on Easter. It was
great.
During the Easter mass and then on the turf, just like it was just so Easter. Now I feel like we should get into our spring things. And we have a lot to share with you guys because, as we have said multiple times, this is our favorite season. So
our favorite season of the year. So
what are we going to start with? We're going to talk about movies, books, things
recipes,
to do, music to listen
songs,
to, everything and anything spring. All about simplicity.
Oh, there's a bee.
There's a bee.
Spring books.
That's what we're starting with?
That's the first thing on my list. So
okay, we can do books first.
Spring books. So
we're not going to go too in depth with any of this stuff. We're just going to pretty much name it, maybe give a little bit of the vibe, and then move on because we have a lot to cover here.
Because I haven't read them yet. These are my to be read TBR.
Yeah. So also take this all with a grain of salt because
it has happened before where I've like recommended something like, oh, I'm gonna read this on the channel, and then I've ended up not finishing it because I'm like, this book is trash and I shouldn't have said that I'm gonna read it on the channel.
Yeah.
So just take all this with a grain of salt. I haven't fully filtered through it yet because I haven't read it, but these are the things which, out of hours and hours of research, I found to be some good, solid spring reads that I'm gonna dive into this month. So the first one is The Wonderful Garden by E. Nesbitt. I read a book by her last year. I honestly don't know what The Wonderful Garden is about that much. I just know that it has a garden in it, and I was looking at my list and I was like, there's not enough flowers on the list, so I added that book. And I think it has to do with some kids and a garden. Yeah. And like
I have one like that
I like
too.
her writing. So.
Episode of Sparrows by Rumor Godden is do you have that on yours?
I'm reading that right now.
Oh, you're reading that? Is it good?
I've only read like 20 pages.
It's good. So I've heard it's kind of like Secret Garden. It's set like it's a girl making a garden in the remains of a Catholic church, something like that. So sounds pretty good to me. Sounds pretty spring.
I'm reading that this week.
Also, Rumor Godden is I just read This House of Breed by her, and I quite enjoyed it. So yeah.
And then my next one is The Little White Horse. This is a middle grade book, and I think it's about a little girl, and it's like magical, whimsy, cottagecore vibes. I wish I had more to tell you about this, but I really don't know. So maybe I'll circle back with this one.
My next one is April's Gold by Grace Livingston Hill. I'm not sure if this is even a spring, it's necessarily set in spring. I know it gives spring vibes because it's like all about renewal and rebirth, regrowth, and it's obviously has April in the title. And I also just love Grace Livingston Hill's books. I'm on a real kick of hers right now. I just read Rose Galbraith, which was also a pretty springy book, and her books are like so wholesome and also godly, and I love that. And it's like romantic, but not too overly romantic.
This is my favorite time of year to read books that are like, they're not like dense classics, but they're also not like super easy middle grade. They're just somewhere right in between. That's just like you're cozy reading them, like you're comfortable. You're in your comfort zone.
Book, like
when Harry Styles is talking about movies and he's saying it's just a movie. It's just a movie. I like these all just books, you know.
They're just a book.
They're just a book.
My favorite thing about the movie is like it feels like a movie. It feels like a real like, you know, go to the theater. Film, movie.
I feel like I completely understand what Harry Styles was trying to say in that clip. He's basically saying it's cinema. Like, this is cinema. This is just a book.
It's just
like
something
a solid, good book.
It is reading. You know, I wanted to talk about while we were talking about books that are just giving book. Up a Road Slowly by Irene Hunt. We read that last year.
I love that book.
We both read that last year, and
just read that book and then listen to Stranger by Olivia Rodrigo. Which low-key, that song is way underrated, and yeah, it just goes with that book so well, and
especially a certain scene in that book. You should really read that book.
Yeah, you should just read that book. It's big. It's just permeated with. We've already talked about this before on our channel.
That's why, I was kind of iffy about bringing it up again, but it's just such a good book. I think it deserves to be brought up again. And I know there's some new viewers here who need to read this book.
To remember about Irene Hunt. And plot twist, I've read this book before when I was little, but apparently I was so little that I was just like, boring. And then when I read it last year, I was like, wow, this book is good. I have This Is Happiness. It's an Irish book, and it's just about, it's more of like a reflective book about how we need to be immersed more in nature and less in, because it's a old man telling stories of his life, a specific spring, I believe. He's telling stories of a specific spring in his life when electricity is getting moved into his house when he's old. So he's like talking about how they just used to be so involved in like nature and life back in the day, and now like electricity is getting put into his town, and like that's kind of showing the contrast between why we're all so not grounded in nature and stuff. And it's also Irish, which I'm Irish, and it's like just very wholesome and nature vibes, if I'm getting the vibes correctly from the.
And then another book that I have on my list is Sing Down the Moon by, I think it's Scott O'Neill, who is the same person that wrote Island of the Blue Dolphins. And I was just really feeling like reading a book like Island of the Blue Dolphins, because that book is so good. You probably read it because it's like required reading for grade school. Side story about that book. When we were little, we were watching so much TV. We were crushing episodes of a certain show so much that our dad said, "This is done. You have to stop doing this. If you want to watch TV, you have to read for the amount of time that you want to watch." So I finished all of Island
extremists that we are.
I finished all of Island of the Blue Dolphins in one day, which it's not that long of a book, so that only took me probably a couple
for every
hours.
page that you read, you get to watch a minute of TV. So if we wanted to watch a movie, you had to finish a 120-page book. So
that's what we did, and that book is so good. I still remember it just being really good. And I was really in the mood to read something like it, so I looked up the author, and turns out he has a book set in spring called Sing Down the Moon. So let me read.
Wow, that's so clutch. And then also, I was gonna say A Lesson of Sparrows, but you already mentioned that. I've also been listening to books, so an audiobook. Right now I'm listening to There You'll Find Me. It's like a Christian chick lit, but super like nature vibes, also set in Ireland in spring. And then also I'm later hoping to read 100 Days of Sunlight. I haven't gone into censoring that book too much, so we'll see. I'm not really there yet, but it sounds pretty good. Chick lit, allergic to sun type of vibes, or something like that. Blind. I think she's blind, and then she gets to spend 100 days in the sun or something like that, and it just seems like flowery spring vibes. So those are the two that I'm gonna be listening to, because they're more fluffy, like just listen to type books.
Just for a last book, I wanted to mention The Wind Boy. I got that from Miranda Mills on YouTube, and she recommended it last year, and then she recommended it again this year. So I was like, okay, I want to actually try and read this book. It looks pretty good. I don't know much about it except that it's like fairy world and flowers and middle school.
There's a theme. There's a theme in this video, if you can't tell. Flowers and spring.
The cover is beautiful, and I always judge books by their cover. Yeah. Speaking of judging books by their cover, I just read Mandy, which also has a beautiful cover by the one and only Maria von Trapp.
the Queen in Princess Diaries.
The Queen of Genovia
Mary
herself
Poppins.
wrote Mandy, and it is really, really good.
Oh, and I just finished reading Penderwicks in Spring, which is, I just love the Penderwicks series. It's so wholesome and beautiful, and I love books about family. Yeah, and if you haven't read Penderwicks in Spring, here's your warning. The Penderwicks series starts in summer, so you can start it now and then read one each season and have a great year.
Have a great time. The only book that I have to listen to is Sunrise on the Reaping, which, if you don't know, is the new Hunger Games books.
So that's a good segue. The Sunrise on the Reaping is a good segue into just things we're going to be doing this spring.
If you haven't heard of it, which I'm sure you have, it's Haymitch's story in Hunger Games. It just came out this month, and I think it has a lot of like the wholesome side of Hunger Games in it, as well as a lot of intense stuff. So I want to listen to it because I'm pretty sure Haymitch from the movies.
I think Haymitch might actually read it, but I'm not sure. I've heard clips on Instagram where he's reading it, so I'm like, where are these clips coming from?
Yeah, so he might read it, which I think would be really interesting, and also I just feel like it's less intense when you're listening to it rather than actually reading it.
Yeah.
And I think these books, the prequel and the sequel, or the two prequels that have come out so far, are more intense than the original trilogy.
Series,
so
because she knows everyone who's reading it is like pretty old.
Yeah.
At
So
this
I've been kind of wary to get into them, but I think it would be kind of fun to listen to it together and like do a little book
so that's
club.
gonna be like our little activity. Like we're gonna listen to it as if we're watching a show, like on the way to work, on the way to school,
or just like
when we're doing our hobbies.
Yeah, just like at night when you want to decompress.
The thing we want to do that I wrote down is turf time, which we're currently doing. This is the turf. This is my best friend during spring. This is where I spend most of my time.
Insulates the sun and just it's like a warm hug.
It's like a warm hug, and I just wait all day for the sun to hit the turf so I can also hit the turf.
Yeah, so I can scamper down all the steps and lie flat on my back.
Lie flat on my back and enjoy life.
Abrogate.
It's great.
I'm just gonna rattle some off.
Wait, I actually brought a pen so I could write them down too.
Climbing trees, that's one of them. I just was sitting out here and it came upon me that we have a lot of trees that I feel like I could climb now that I'm a little bit taller than I was when I was 8 playing in the backyard. And just the perspective climbing a tree gives you is so nice.
It's like no other.
So I feel like that's something I need to do, is just go sit in trees. Why do we not do that more? Why do we not normalize that?
Yeah. If the animals can do it, I can do it.
And just like I'm always reading or studying or something, I can just sit. Like today we have a tire swing, which is really vibes
Scary.
and like it is a little bit scary to sit on, but today I was sitting on it and studying, and it's just such a perfect moment. So yeah, I want to climb trees, bask in the sun. I also want to finish my journal. This is my journal right here. I have a little journal spread of spring things, and I only have about like probably 15 pages max left. So I really want to finish my journal and get a new one. And I also want to practice rollerblading in the circle because, Paige, if you're watching this,
You inspired me.
you inspired me because she's like, wait,
Back in the day, okay?
back in the day we were fire at
We were
rollerblading.
fire at rollerblading. Cue edit that Cormac made. I'm just kidding. We're not going to put that in. Edit of us back in the day when we were really good at rollerblading, us like doing little airs off of like a 2-inch curve and literally falling. But it's pretty brave. Like we're doing like 180s and stuff that I wouldn't do today.
But our ice skating semester just ended, so I need to like do something like that and
to keep up the sort of same rhythm.
It's not really the same though. Last week I put on my
Rollerblades for the first time in years.
and
It was
scary.
A jump scare.
because I was all of a sudden I was like trying to do it like roller ice skating, and it's just not really the same. So
Yeah, because there's no friction in
I
ice
almost
skating.
fell. It was embarrassing, and Paige is like ripping around, going backwards, doing circles and stuff.
Which back in the day, okay, literally.
Back in the day, I was skating circles around her, but now the tables have turned.
Yeah,
so
now
I need to
the apprentice
get
has
on my
become the
circle.
master, and it's not okay.
I need to get back on my circle and
You
start
get on my
doing
circle
laps.
and start
Figuring
we have
out
like
how
a
to
little
spin.
pavement circle in our backyard.
And also, I just feel like organic exercise like that is really good for springtime.
And refreshing.
Like going on walks, you know,
But
Elizabeth
I don't like
Bennet
walks.
type of exercise.
Hi, that's my guilty confession. I do not like walks. I always get like 3 steps in. I'm like, what possessed me to make this decision? Why am I doing this? So yeah, that's why I like to go more the route of like rollerblading in a tiny circle and then getting to go into my house whenever I am done with it and not being 5 miles from home.
Want to make this is actually something that was on Chella's list, making bouquets every week for
weekly
a room.
DIY bouquets, because why am I gonna go and buy a bouquet when there's flowers around
every which way? And also I want to make, to go with that, I want to make flower crowns, which like real big sturdy flower crowns. I've done that once before and I want to do that again.
And
Jewelry
then,
making, I want to make my beaded flower necklace, because last year I made that for summer and it broke the last day of summer. Literally the day before I was about to get in school, it broke. So that was like a sign. And now that we're getting back into summer season,
I need to renew.
French braid, learned French braid. I really just want a long French braid down my back. And I'm
like Katniss vibes.
Yeah, like Katniss vibes. My hair is gonna be cut pretty soon after certain events this summer, so I'm gonna cut my hair, so I want to have a long, nice braid before I cut it.
Yeah.
Also, full Disney day.
Oh, a full Disney day.
Which we do
course.
almost every spring.
We need to book that right now.
I don't even want to tell you guys this, but you know, we don't gatekeep. Right now is the best time of year to be at Disneyland.
Yeah, because less people come. The spring break rush is over, and summer hasn't started yet, and it's just like, oh, park's empty. Let's go.
And the weather is perfect, which we've already talked about. But like just walking around at Disneyland in this weather is
like nothing else.
Yeah.
So recipes include things that I just want to try, and not just
treats
things
to try.
Yeah, it's not only things that I want to make, you know. So
just things I want to go and get to.
Paloma, my cousin, if you're watching this video,
she's probably not watching this
because you're a fake
fan,
but
Mary, I know you're watching it. I know you helped with it too.
You're my favorite fan. We want to make Paloma's key lime pie, so Mary, link that in the description box below.
Please comment below. Put it on in the description, because I don't know the recipe, but it changed my life.
It was so bomb. It changed my life.
She made it for Thanksgiving, I think.
Yeah, last year we went to the beach house and our cousin was there, and she had her key lime pie, which she had made with. Obviously, ours aren't going to be as good as hers because she made it with her fresh limes from her backyard, and we don't have that. But it was impeccable. It was a delicious key lime pie. I put it in my fridge and I ate it later, and it was so delicious.
Good. I felt like Loki. If you've ever seen the Loki show,
How about a slice of pie? Key lime. Okay, great. It's really good. It is.
They just are smashing key lime pie in that, and that's exactly how I felt.
I was fulfilling all my Loki dreams.
So tasty.
And then I literally just put cheesecake, because I've just been craving some cheesecake. I also just feel like this is cheesecake season. It is her time to shine, so we're gonna go to the Cheesecake Factories with the girls, hopefully.
I think with the whole family.
With the whole family, maybe. And
I'm gonna get
a cheesecake and some brown bread, and it's gonna be great. And
banana pudding from Magnolia Bakery. Still never done that. I think I've said that like 3 times on this channel that we're gonna do that, but for some reason Los Angeles, the city,
just
feels like it's another country.
Yeah,
it feels like it's another state. Like
I tell people I live in LA, but
we live in a suburb of LA, and it just feels so far to drive there. Like when there's a concert there, when there's anything there, when people just mention it, I'm like, that place.
And it's not even because it is far, it's just because it's so different than where we live.
And it's just a different direction that we never go in.
Yeah. But we're gonna conquer the borders for the banana pudding that everyone talks about. And sun-dried tomato sandwich from a specific
place
resort that we're going to next weekend.
That we had when we were younger, and
it changed my life.
It changed my life. I was like Ratatouille.
I know you guys are probably thinking we're dramatic here, but those sun-dried tomatoes, fresh from the resort garden.
I was literally like Ratatouille eating it. Yeah. Like, it changed my life. And another thing I want to try is just going to acai places and trying all the different bases. Coconut base, mango base, papaya base.
We've already tried that though.
We already tried papaya, but all the different bases, give it to me.
Chia? I don't know about that.
Perhaps.
Chia, maybe just chia alone. I don't know about putting it on the acai.
Yeah.
That's weird. But let me know. Maybe you like it and it's good.
In our last podcast, we already talked about how we made the perfect smoothie recipe. So that's already...
So that's just going to be a running recipe of the season of spring.
So you should go watch our last podcast if you want to know about that.
And then now we can move into spring cinema and spring songs. I'm really on my alliteration game.
You know it. We love alliteration.
I love alliteration.
Okay.
Turf time, spring cinema, spring songs.
Spring things is a rhyme.
Spring things is a rhyme.
I took my reading midterm today.
I got a 92 out of 100. We both got a 92 out of 100. Okay, believe it or not, we did not cheat. We got completely different things wrong. We just got the exact same amount wrong. And yeah, it was surprisingly
stressful.
Yeah, it was surprisingly stressful. I was like, why do I not know English?
That's how they make you feel around there in college. Okay, so movies. We're just gonna start by saying we just watched Darling Desi's video and she had a lot of good recommendations. So
a
we're
lot
just
of
gonna
those are gonna be copycats.
Yeah, so we're just gonna be spreading the good news, and one of them is the personal life of David Copperfield. I think that's what it's called.
Which Hannah, our sister, just finished reading that book. We read that book last year, and I think it would be such a vibe to read that, to watch the movie together.
But this is a special one. It came out just recently, and it's like kind of, I think it's giving kind of like satirical, kind of like.
Which is kind of like what they do with all like olden day books like that.
Yeah, I guess they did that with Emma and Persuasion. So
yeah.
It's gonna be similar to that vibe, but it's also very bright and colorful and cinematic. So I'm excited to watch it.
And yeah. And then Pride and Prejudice is back in theaters, if you didn't know, for 20 years. I am as old as Pride and Prejudice, and only the most iconic movie of all time.
My favorite movie.
Cinematic masterpiece. Revenge of the Sith is also back in theaters. So those are two movies that we were going to go see. Primarily Revenge of the Sith, Pride and Prejudice. Of course, we're going to go see that too, but Revenge of the Sith.
That is also a cinematic masterpiece.
Yes.
Of course,
apparently,
it came out in 2005.
I was just born in the year of cinematic masterpieces, including Batman Begins. But they didn't put that one back in theaters. So, yeah.
Maybe they will one day. But
and then another movie we want to watch is Secret Garden, because
never seen it. Read the book. Great book. You should read it if you haven't already.
Life-changing book.
Heidi is also a life-changing book.
Those are two spring books that you should read. I feel like Donald Trump.
Who do I feel like in this? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Donald Trump. Who do I feel like?
I'm just getting a little bit sweaty. You can't tell, but I'm like really committed to this sweater. Magic of Ordinary Days.
Another Darling Desi.
Another Darling Desi recommendation. We're forwarding that to you. That's just like
a Hallmark
rom-com. Oh, I've seen the clips of it on Instagram. I think it's pretty popular. Just cute romantic vibes.
Spring. The clips that Darling Desi was showing in her video, I was like, wow, I need to watch this movie. It looks so good.
And then also, you guys know we're on our Star Wars
Rebels,
Star Wars and our Marvel grind. Mm-hmm. So we're on two of the most iconic franchises right now. It's just like a lot.
Yeah. I'm kind of overwhelmed with the amount of just like good things that are coming at me, but also the amount of stressful things. That's why I'm a little bit off my rocker right now.
Yeah. We have like an exam tomorrow, and we have Florence Pugh jumping off the second tallest building in the world.
Like, how do I handle
what is this world?
And we have Star Wars back in theaters. Like
no,
it's too much.
I should not be in school. I should just be spending all my time in theaters. Anyway,
so yeah, Thunderbolts, gotta go see that. Also,
go see that.
Snow White, maybe. I've heard that one's pretty mid. Don't come after me, but I kind of like to go see mid movies in theaters because no one goes.
They're always in the back theater and like no one's there.
So then we just chill and
it's just me and Bella in there. And like now it's going out of theaters, so it'll just be us alone. So that's kind of the vibes. And then now let's do spring songs.
Oh, also I might want to watch Howl's Moving Castle. Never seen that movie. I've never really been like a big Ghibli person.
Isn't it like anime? Yeah, I don't know about that.
It's Studio Ghibli or whatever. I think
that's anime.
I think it's more refined. It's like
okay. Let us know down below if that's
really spring vibes. Really. I just keep coming up with more. Sorry. This is gonna be the longest, most chaotic podcast ever.
I'm so tired of studying, and we've been studying the heart and the respiratory system.
You know, when you have a test the next day and your thoughts are just test. You're just like, haha, test.
It's like, you know that sound that's like, brink, chocolate chip cookies. Brink. For me, it's like, brink, aortic valve. Brink, semi-lunar valve.
Am I hilarious today, or is it just like my delirium? Okay. Anyway, Barbie, the Barbie movies. We have Emma's currently organizing all of our movies in our locker, which is just a whole piece of lore that we can't go into right now.
We just can't.
But she's organizing all of the Barbie movies, and our nieces, which we have. Delaney, Pia, Vera. What, 3? Yeah.
Delaney, Pia, Vera, who are in this
We have 3
state.
of them
In
in this state right now, and they've never seen them. So we just watched the Rapunzel one. Now we're gonna be crushing all of them, and they're all pretty, just spring vibes, spring,
wholesome, beautiful,
magic,
colorful, but
core
not
memories.
too colorful. You know, like
yeah.
these days, these movies, they're like 4D.
But like the Swan Lake one, we need to watch Barbie Diaries. We need to watch the Mermaid one. Obviously, Mermaidia, Fairytopia. We need to watch. What else? Oh, Princess and the Pauper.
I'm just like you, you're just like me. It's something anyone can see. Okay, spring songs. These are just a few that I literally just researched right now and put on my playlist because I was like, I need some spring songs on my playlist, and I also need something to offer the channel.
There's something
First
about
one.
just listening to music in spring. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm gonna say it.
Sorry.
It's like the Ryan Reynolds, not Ryan Gosling clip where he's like, it's Ryan Gosling, right? Where he's like walking on the sidewalk and listening to music,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Yeah.
like that's how you feel when you're listening to music and the sun's out and the sky's blue.
Yeah.
Sorry if
Exactly.
the sun is not out and the sky's blue where you are. I feel bad for you.
I feel really bad for you. I'm gonna offer you some prayers later. So the first one that just comes to mind automatically is Sweet Pea. I don't know who that's by, but you know,
Sweet Pea.
yeah. Come on and dance with me. Come on and dance with me. It just gave us cottagecore. And then the next one I already mentioned, Stranger.
Olivia Rodrigo.
That one's just very.
Do you want us
Spring
to
to
do
me.
a little cover with every song?
Yeah,
or-
I think you do. How does Stranger go?
No.
Oh, you're just. I remembered the chorus. You're just a stranger, I know everything about.
Okay, next one. Dijo. Cormac, my brother, has gaslighted me into
Decided
thinking-
that I'm obsessed with Dijo, so I guess I am, or Joe, or however you want to say it. It's spelled Dijo.
It's supposed to be Joe.
Joe.
Joe. But
He just came out with his album.
he just came out with his album and it's good. So you should
And
listen
there's
to
a specific song called Charlie's Garden,
it.
which I assume has to do with the garden. So,
Spring.
spring.
Also, it says sun in it, I think.
So there
Also,
you go.
Blue Sky by Willie
Blue
Nelson
Sky.
specifically. It's so good. And just like perfect for like a morning when, like a quiet morning, I don't know, driving home from mass, something like that.
Spring into summer. That one's kind of depressing, but you know, it's all the hype right now on the apps. Look, I'm pretty sure
Sun
I'm
in the
public.
Sky by, I can't remember who it's by, but I should find out. This is something, shout out to Declan because I know he's watching this. He sent this through and it's giving like sunny, happy feelings, chill vibes, and I love it. I've said vibes way too many times in this. It's not okay. This is the
Okay, that's all you get to hear because I don't want to get copyrighted, but you get the gist.
Also,
Sun in the Sky
This
vibes.
is the first day of my life. That was on my playlist last year at this time.
Oh.
That's a good one.
You're giving me some ideas.
And just bubbly, fun songs. Any songs
Fun
that are like
songs,
that.
lighthearted. I just need the lighthearted vibes right now because this
Second
is the first
semester
year.
burnout is hitting
Yeah,
hard.
like really hard, like to the point where I want to not be doing college anymore. But I know that's just like, it's just an intrusive thought that's a little too real.
Oh, my love is so hard.
My friends say to get me by. It's different.
In fact, Taylor Swift has a whole playlist called Sparkly or Glitter Gel Pens, which is all the songs that are like kind of, you know, Taylor Swift songs that are like funny and just not serious. That she has a whole playlist of songs like that. Good for this time of year.
Good for this time of year.
Lighthearted.
And also Beach Bunny just came out with her whole album, so I'm gonna be probably listening to some of that because I kind of like that girl's music.
Even though her songs are like twins.
Yeah, they're all kind of the same, but that's fine.
Son's also coming out with a new album.
Another band who makes all the same songs over and over, but it's okay. I like that. I like when people have a vibe and they stick to it. It's true. It's true, okay? They hit a point where they just started making the same song over and over again, and that's fine, okay?
Oh my gosh, what if he sees this? That'd be so
No,
sad.
Christo, it's okay. I love exactly where you're at right now. It's the perfect place to be.
You could be at the Palladium, but the observatory is good.
The observatory is good too.
Okay, so that's all my ideas.
Yeah, so we're gonna wrap it up there. And thank you for joining us. I have to crush some more studying and.
Oh, do you want to
getting
tell them
quite
about
hungry.
your encounter with the whistling man?
Oh, my encounter with the whistling man. If you stuck around this long, then you get to have a treat of this little story time. So for all of Lent, okay, you know how many weeks Lent comes across the street from our house at 12:30 p.m. and he doesn't leave until 9 p.m. and he's across the street and he's blasting music, and I don't mean just like background music, folk song, no, literally anything you can think of, he blasts it. Noah Kahan, Olivia Rodrigo, Sabrina Carpenter, but then he'll also be playing like 80s hits,
Rap,
rock,
and then also like 50s music.
Yeah, like everything you can think of. I mean, he's here for 9 hours a day playing music, so like I think he just played all of Apple Music within Lent, like literally. Like he just shuffled Apple Music. Blasting into our room,
like a sound vortex, takes it and puts it in my ear.
Yeah, like when I'm just trying to nap, when I'm trying to study, when I'm trying to pray, everything. Music, that's all I hear. And then, to make matters worse, this guy whistles. He whistles all day long, okay? You wouldn't believe it. It's actually impressive. He whistles
Every song.
but he knows the knows the background songs, like the background like little notes. He knows them, and he's doing them with his whistle. And it was like funny for like the first day, and then it became not so funny anymore when I had to concentrate on
getting
stuff.
in my brain.
So then lately it's been too much for me, and then I'm trying to concentrate on studying for exams and stuff, and also taking naps. And he's playing his music in my ear, so I woke up from my nap at 3. Was taking a nap from 2 until 5 when I had to go to work. Woke up at 3 because his music was blasting in my ear, and also because I had to go to the bathroom. So then I was just like, okay, well, if I'm getting up to go to the bathroom, I'm gonna put on my shoes and I'm gonna walk across the street and I'm gonna tell this whistling man that he needs to pipe down. In the most respectful way possible. I did it pretty respectfully, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, because we're not
disrespectful, okay?
We don't have any personal beef with him. It's just
like you need to turn down your music. That's not manners. I know maybe like you can do this in the other places that you work because you're probably not working near so many houses, but like I literally told him like my window's right there. I have night shift tonight. Would you consider putting in headphones? And he said no. I don't have headphones. I'm not putting in headphones, but I'll turn it down a little bit for you. And ever since then, peace. I feel like Thanos. Just peace.
I finally rest. Watch the sunrise on a grateful universe.
It almost killed me. But it's done. And it always will be. We just watched Endgame. We didn't even tell you guys about that.
Yeah, we watched Endgame finally, the Infinity Saga.
And it was just as good as I remember.
Oh my gosh,
better than I remember.
My chills have chills.
My chills have chills. Endgame is a cinematic masterpiece, even if it is 3
anyone who
hours.
tries to say otherwise, they think they're better than they are. They need to get over themselves.
I hope he picks you.
Yeah, I hope he picks
Also,
wow.
Also, you need to watch it again and then rethink.
Yeah, recalibrate, okay?
But I know everyone doesn't have time for that because 3 hours,
3 hours
is a
long.
long.
I was staying up until 1 a.m. for this movie.
I was literally holding my eyeballs open like this because I was so tired.
So yeah, I'm excited to see Thunderbolts. I'm excited to see all the rest of what they're gonna come out with, even though I really like
Tron
Ares.
Trailer.
Okay, everyone here, you know, okay, if you're a longtime subscriber, you know, I have always loved Tron Legacy. I'm just saying that right now. I'm not trying to gatekeep, but like I know Tron Ares is gonna come out and everyone's gonna be like, oh Tron this, Tron that. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Before there was you, there was me. And
I always say that to my nieces and nephews because they're like trying to act like they like Spider-Man. I'm like, hey, before there was you, there was me.
All of my 10 siblings are above me like, before there was you, there was me.
Okay, so hope you enjoyed this very overtired spring
delirious spring vibes.
And also I'm doing this a one cut wonder, so if there's some mess ups in here or some,
because it's Monday right now.
It's Monday.
Twin Tuesday is tomorrow.
Yeah, that means that's tomorrow, and I have to edit this, and I also have a final tomorrow. So does it seem like I have time to be editing this? No. So I'm literally just gonna put this in 2x speed, cut out all the awkward moments, and hope that you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I
comment.
also love all of the new subscribers. Keep it coming. I love you guys. Share with your friends. I love that we're just getting over that 650 hump. We're shooting right up to 1,000, and I love it. And comment, please comment. I love to see your guys' thoughts.
Wait,
opinions.
should I get a vlog section? We're vlogging today too. So
yeah, we're vlogging.
Get a vlog section. Shrubbery.
I love shrubbery. Okay, see ya.
Love ya.
Love ya.
Bye.